the Nightmare Edition!
And I'm thrown through a bit of a loop again, Rick Nash. JDP and Tron, the Nightmare Edition, are the two most destructive men in the Irish wrestling scene. These men are veterans, they have done everything as single stars, and they have done everything as a tag team. These men are the PW Tag Team Champions, they are monsters, they have dominated everything in their path. They are also detestable and hateable, and will do anything they can to succeed.
You know, they're not paid to be liked. You get paid to win, and that's what these guys do. They not only win, they dominate their opponents. And so what if they put a little stink on it? They have earned the right. When you are as physically imposing and physically dominant as these guys, it'd be rude not to use your talents.
Luther Valentine, a fellow veteran with JDP and Tron, but definitely a clash of personalities. JDP and Tron, very serious door monsters, and Luther Valentine, he's an egomaniac and a bit of a weirdo.
JDP and Tron and Luther Valentine already not getting along. I don't think they're a fan of the new merch, which is available at the Courage merch stand now, I'm sure.
I actually am a bit of a fan. I'm not Luther Valentine's biggest fan, but I do like the little minimalist art. It's very oddly hipsterish for Luther Valentine, but I can dig it.
I could imagine them sitting down, eating, drinking an espresso, wearing that.
I can see it selling more.
The other rights next year.
Well, I was talking about apprehension before, JDP and Tron, Luther Valentine, but these guys, Martin Steers, Clayton Long, Club Rock Shandy, it's hard not to get excited when talking about these two. These guys are awesome, they're a lot of fun, they are one of the most high energy tag teams on the scene today.
Take it handy, drink Rock Shandy. These guys haven't a rave to get us kicked off. We're in right, let's have a party, guys.
Turning the place into a nightclub.
Think JDP and Tron will want to dance off?
Oh God, I do not want to see Luther Valentine do that ever again, anywhere near my eyes.
It's not the first time that's been said about Luther Valentine.
Ah, now Martin Steers, the hip youngster, showing him how to get down.
Hip youngster? You're so cool, man.
Look.
Down with the kids.
Should I carry a skateboard with me next time? Maybe they'll like me.
Hello, fellow children.
Well, I don't have to learn a lot of new slang to relate to Dmitri Krakovic. He's a very simple man. He is here to fight, and he is here to fly high, and he flies higher than anyone I've ever seen. The Serbian vulture, currently taking English lessons, I've heard. And Irish.
And Irish?
Yeah.
Does he not ask to go to the toilet? Crowd going wild for Club Rock Shandy.
What a trio these three make. But
this is I have to ask some questions here. Whoever put these teams together is either crazy or a genius. Luther Valentine and the Nightmare Edition, Club Rock Shandy and Dmitri Krakovic. There's a lot of odd coupling going on right now.
And frankly, it's a very interesting matchup. You might note that everyone on one side of the ring is younger than 20 years old, and the other side are all at least 10 to 15-year veterans. And I'm pretty sure the weight of Club Rock Shandy and Dmitri Krakovic comes to less combined than Tron alone.
This is either going to be interesting or cruel. We'll see how that works out.
Well, JDP himself has been saying that this match will forever be known as the flattening. So hopes aren't very high for the young Club Rock Shandy and the Serbian Vulture.
I love Club Rock Shandy, and I love how they come out here. They bring fun to the table, they bring excitement, but I think they need to get their head in the game now, because you need to look across the ring and you need to take into account what's staring back at you, the Nightmare Edition. And this is a dream night for them. The debut and encouraged, they've got the crowd in their back, but it can very quickly become a nightmare.
Bell is rung. And you say staring back at you, I think you mean more staring down at you. The height advantage between these two teams is staggering. And now Martin Steers starting things off with Luther Valentine. Martin Steers, a lot of athleticism on him. He's probably the fastest of the three, and that is saying something with this trio. And Luther Valentine, the fastest of his trio. A lot of athleticism from him as well. He's a great all-rounder, Luther Valentine, but quickly distracted. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about, the speed of Martin Steers.
It's like Roadrunner.
He's hyped up on all that Rock Shandy. He lives off of it. Oh, nice drop kick, but Luther Valentine just managing to avoid it.
He's usually not allowed to drink Rock Shandy after 8 p.m., but tonight's a special occasion. He'll be up till about 2 or 3 in the morning with that.
And now calling for it, Long in the ring.
Here we go.
A European karate champion is Klong. He has kicks like Bruce Lee himself.
If you've never seen Klong before, you might be about to see something you've never seen. I've seen Klong a lot, and I might be ready to see something that I've never seen, because he puts out new offense every time, and it's always amazing. Klong is one of my favorites.
He's a striking expert, is Clayton Long, and Luther Valentine, he knows that. Look at him scramble around the ring. Currently, Luther Valentine's strategy so far has just avoid being getting hit, and now,
veteran instincts.
See the speed on those kicks. Luther Valentine was caught several times, but the fatal kick to the jaw of Luther Valentine, he just managed to avoid it. And now Dmitri Krakovic, tag made. Nice double team action here.
See, what's happened here is, when we looked at it at the start, the height advantage, the experience advantage for Nightmare Edition and Luther Valentine, and maybe Luther Valentine looked at that and got a bit cocky, because now he's after getting a schooling from all 3 members of Club Rock Shandy and Dmitri Krakovic.
I think another thing you have to consider, one stat that we didn't consider, is the actual teamwork here. Look at this! Triple tope suicida to the outside. And look, Club Rock Shandy and Dmitri Krakovic, they're friends. They've trained together. They are an awesome team, a lot of chemistry. And I think the one thing we neglected to note is that JDP and Tron, they will leave Luther Valentine out to dry. So far, it's been a handicap 3-on-1. And now, but things are on the outside. And that is the Nightmare Edition's home turf.
The problem is now, Club Rock Shandy and Dmitri, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but now they've realized they're after allowing Nightmare Edition into the match. And there's the tag for JDP. And now this is where things may get difficult for them.
On the outside, I heard a horrible thud there as the team of Club Rock Shandy were just tossed around.
Someone might be hurt. Valentine going for it.
Now, Luther Valentine getting ready to go to the outside. Nightmare Edition have him caught, but no! Tope suicida, but dysfunction at the junction as he takes out the Nightmare Edition.
There's the lack of teamwork, the lack of synergy that Club Rock Shandy and Dmitri have in spades. And that might be a difference maker now.
Look at this, Dmitri Krakovic rolling JDP into the ring. He is the legal man right now. Oh! horrible smack head first off the apron. The hardest part of the ring was Dmitri Krakovic just tripped up by Luther Valentine, and now JDP, like a rabid dog, picking up the scraps and into the cover. 2. No. Dmitri Krakovic managed to get the shoulder up, but you saw Martin Steers there. He was quick to action.
Whenever we talk about Nightmare Edition, we always talk about high-impact offense. They don't have to be on offense as long as their opponents, because everything they do does 5 times the amount of damage that anyone else can throw at them. Now this team seems to be working in synergy. The crafty veteran instincts of Luther Valentine, the willingness to do whatever it takes to get the job done, and the absolute damage of 2 units in the Nightmare Edition. So now they're in the ascendancy, and they don't need to be in the ascendancy for long to rack up the damage on their opponents. Dmitri Krakovic is in a bad way here.
The Northern Irish Nightmare Tron with the big splash on Dmitri Krakovic. He has been flattened so far. The flattening may come to be here, as JDP foretold. And now making the tags in and out for their team. This is definitely not where Krakovic wants to be. And you can just see Long and Martin Steers of Club Rock Shandy chomping at the bit to get in to help their partner.
JDP not giving him an inch. He gets his shoulder up, and JDP grabs that shoulder and starts wrenching it immediately. Not giving him an inch, and that's exactly the way to beat Dmitri Krakovic. And here's what he's doing. He's wearing the body down. And the reason he's doing that is because Dmitri Krakovic will use his body as a weapon.
It's the veteran instinct, the athleticism of Club Rock Shandy, and Dmitri Krakovic gave them the early advantage. But now that the Nightmare Edition and Luther Valentine have gained the control, they will not lose it. They know how to keep it.
The problem with the clash in styles as well here is that the offense that Dmitri and Club Rock Shandy throw at their opponents, it also takes stuff out of them because they're using their bodies as weapons. So it takes energy out of them. Whereas JDP and Tron need to do minimal amount of work on their side with maximum damage just because of their sheer size.
Oh no, setting up. We saw the Nightmare Edition setting up for the tag team
just
finisher.
Across the ring.
That choke powerbomb, but oh!
Should have made the tag. He had an opening.
Oh, with the big boot, but Dmitri Krakovic somehow able to get the shoulder up.
Door open for 1 second, and now it's been slammed shut by the Nightmare Edition.
Dmitri Krakovic looking to his corner, looking for his partners, and look at this, JDP just mocking them, and oh, that's not sporting.
1 step across the ring took out 2 opponents, see what I mean? Minimum effort, maximum damage.
There's that backbreaker lingering on Dmitri Krakovic. As in goes Tron, and Luther Valentine looking very frustrated on the apron. That he hasn't been tagged in as of yet. Oh! Tron with the massive senton.
That is 300 pounds landing right on you.
That is like a tree falling on you. Oh, you saw that. Dmitri Krakovic trying to worm his way over into the corner. But Tron just had him caught, had him scouted. Now Tron calling Club Rock Shandy into the ring, them answering the challenge, but that's only served to distract the referee. An illegal leg drop there from the Nightmare Edition to Dmitri Krakovic.
Everyone over on Tommy McNulty here. These guys are in cruise control.
Well, tag made. Luther Valentine in the ring here, but caught immediately with the front drop kick. Luther Valentine, he was chomping at the bit to get in, and the second they throw Luther Valentine a bone, he gets taken down. And he's dazed, looking to the wrong corner. Now he's found them. He's found the Nightmare Edition. Now he's pushing Dmitri Krakovic out of the way.
You had one job, Luther.
But now, tag made. Long, Martin Steers in the ring. Here we go. Oh, taking out the knees of JDP and now meeting in the middle. Double pin. No.
Did you see JDP's head snap back after those double kicks? That was a miracle he kicked out. He may be concussed.
And now Steers and Long setting up. They've only got one man to focus on right now. Up and over. Tilt-a-whirl DDT.
This is your chance. Make it count, guys.
And now up top goes Klong.
This
Here
has
he
to
goes.
work.
450. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so close for Club Rock Shandy.
That was it. The shoulder wasn't coming up. JDP was down and out, but Tron just making the save at the last second. And now Martin Steers up on the back of the Northern Irish Nightmare, the Giant.
This crowd needs to move.
And now Cannonball. The Vulture strikes.
We forgot about Luther.
Valentine's kiss. And now Luther with the cover, but no way. Reverse 1, 2, 3.
No!
3.
They did it! It's a miracle!
Dmitri Krakovic pulling a fast one on Luther Valentine and Club Rock Shandy with the teamwork, keeping Tron down on the outside. Amazing, amazing display. The younger men, the smaller men coming out on top here tonight. Nobody expected it.
The biggest miracle I've ever seen in rights before this was when my mate Mike pulled a 10. But now, these guys may have topped even that. That was amazing stuff. And a huge win in the first night of Courage, making a name for themselves right off the bat. That is huge.
And Courage Wrestling giving a platform for these three to establish this name for themselves as the future. Hell, right now with that win, the present of Irish wrestling.
Luther Valentine still doesn't understand what happened. What's next for Rock Shandy and Dmitri Krakovic?